Warriors rise and fall every day. Most of us shall be forgotten.
What is up, Front brothers and sisters? Now, in this one, I just wanted to go over the Warriors Den. This is almost like a recap, not really a reaction to everything. But I know a lot of you maybe don't have time to watch the Warriors Den and sit down and watch the whole thing. So this is a condensed version. So the first thing I wanted to tell you was at the end of this video, that's where you'll find like the Legacy Pass weapons. You'll see the Battle Pass weapons. I put all that stuff at the end. Also a converted map flyover of Viking Village, which is awesome that we have, as well as the Knights and Vikings armor variations. So I made sure I included all of that in the end. Any executions, you know, we got a limited time execution, all that stuff. So if you just want to see that, that's all going to be at the end. Now, the main thing that I wanted to cover right now is the testing grounds and patch notes. Now, a lot of people may see testing grounds. You see it in as the event mode that they usually have, and they change it to testing grounds. This one's important, and it's also important that you guys give your feedback. They will have a survey in which you can provide your feedback. You can find that on Reddit once testing grounds start. Now, it says testing grounds start September 12th. Testing grounds actually starts September 19th. So I want you to keep that in mind. September 19th. It'll be here for a week. What testing grounds is all about is warden feats. That's all it's about. It's focused on warden feats, but it's extremely important. I actually like these feats. It's a unique feats. So you have Death Toll that replaces body count. Killing soldiers grants you +3 HP and +3 stamina per soldier kill. So you know what that is. If you are warden, you're going to be in mid. If you're using this particular feat, you're going to be in mid and you're going to be taking care of business for your team. Then they have an Enfeeble is passive. Now, all of these are passive, you know, except for the tier 4 that we're going to get to. But it's a shoulder bashing opponents temporarily lowers their attack damage, -20% damage for 10 seconds, and it replaces Fiat Lux. The tier 3 is the crazy one that I think is going to get a lot of people's attention, and that's Total Recovery. So with this one, which is also passive, Successful Revive, return allies to full health, and this replaces Takedown. You notice all of these replaces other warden feats, and they did state the reason why they wanted to do this. This is just another way of balancing out these heroes. We know Dominion is the dominant mode that people play, and working these feats is helping to balance out these heroes, especially when you're looking at whether it's competitive matches. And also what they stated was making it easier for somebody that's just jumping in the game to get in and have some success. Now this tier 4 replaces Catapult. I think it's Trebuchet. Calls a quick strike to deal massive damage over an area, 180-second cooldown, so that's 3 minutes, 70 damage, 1 second activation time, so it's faster than Catapult, and that replaces Catapult. So that's testing grounds, y'all. Make sure you jump in there September 19th for a week, and at least use a couple games, try out, get these feats, see what you think, and leave your feedback. It's very important. For patch notes, there were changes to 3 heroes, Lawbringer, Peacekeeper, Centurion. Now, these changes are going to be in effect starting on the 12th, so the start of Year 8 Season 3, these changes will be live. Now, Lawbringer has a new combo route, light, light, heavy, and you can do a shove after any light attack. So congrats, Lawbringers. Congrats. Now, Peacekeeper can now chain to heavy finishers after any dodge attack, because what happens is she would do that side dodge, and you know she's kind of stuck there for a minute. So they at least let her chain that so she can keep the pressure up. I like that. That's a good change. Centurion, fully charged punch charge time is now 900 milliseconds, down from 1,000 milliseconds. Now, you're probably thinking it's only 100 milliseconds. It's not a big deal. It is a big deal, because now you can't do a second dodge to get away from scent and to get away from that full charge. Because I know with Nobu, I would just dodge as soon as I see the charge, and then I would dodge again, and you could avoid it. So now you can't do the second dodge and avoid it. So that's big time. Now, it was funny about these patch notes. You notice they talked about Lawbringer and Peacekeeper. If you saw my hero ratings, you know that I had Peacekeeper 35 out of 35 heroes, and Lawbringer was, I believe, 34 or 33. So it's funny that they're patching those 2 heroes right after those hero ratings, and they were the last 2. Of course, I know it had nothing to do with it, but it's just a coincidence, and it's just funny to me. But what I did like that JC brought up was another great point. They are looking to see how they can improve Peacekeeper, at least externally, because she's not much of a threat in team fights. So they are looking at that. Additionally, for patch notes, sticking with what they said about their feat focus for testing grounds, but these are actually going to be effective in game starting on the 12th. Thrilling Comeback, which is where heroes like Warden now cleanses and heals for 40 HP up from 20 HP. Berserker is now 30 seconds longer. That feat is 30 seconds. I say 30 seconds longer, my bad. It's up from 15 seconds, so it's 15 seconds longer. It is 30 seconds in length. Fiat Lux, which is Peacekeeper and Warden, you know that when they throw it and it didn't do any damage and it would take your stamina away. But that now deals 5 damage up from 0. So you can throw it at the minions and take them out as well. Tough as nails for heroes like Warlord. It now increases HP by 15%. That's up from 10%. Umbral Shelter is getting a nerf. Now, Umbral Shelters is a BP feat. It's a tier 4. and now grants 50 shield per pulse, down from 100 shield per pulse. Another thing that they stated were they were looking into Sohei being underpowered and Hitokiri being a little overpowered, but they want to make sure they do it right. And I love that they're going to take their time with that. They need to take their time. The last thing we need is the hero going from underpowered to overpowered or overpowered to underpowered. We have the Gudmundr, the Great Hero skin. Now, I think a lot of people are going to feel a little way about this because a lot of people just wanted the armor for Warlord versus having a hero skin of Gudmundr. But I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the Gudmundr hero skin. At least you can make it authentic. What I do want them to do is maybe do something similar for the other heroes as well. Because if we're going to have Gudmundr in there, we got to have these other story mode heroes in here as well to some degree. But that 25,000 steel, that's a lot. That's a lot. But I know I will be getting this hero skin. We are also getting a new Dominion map. I say new map. It's a newly converted map. So it is going to be new to Dom. But it's Viking Village. You can see how they widen the lanes here. They also got rid of the spike ball, whatever that comes out of the defenders area. But one of the ways that they paid homage to it was at the beginning scene. You know, that beginning scene when the minions are always like trying to prep and shooting arrows and all that stuff. So they actually had the spike ball come down the center so we all can remember the past. They also added a new area off to the right where you see A point and modified C point to incorporate the fishing element to the Vikings. You'll also notice the difference between the Mire, Valkenheim, Ashfeld. Depending on which one you are, you'll see something different. Like if you go to Sea Point in the Mire and you look out in the water, you'll be able to see Gudmundr being sent off in his flaming boat, which I think is a nice touch. All in all, I think they did really well on this map. It's always good to have some fresh down matches that we're rotating through, and it definitely makes getting Sentinel that pops up a little bit more tolerable to deal with. There will be 3 Hero Fests in October. As you would expect, they're all Vikings. You got Valk October 3rd, Berserker October 10th, Raider October 17th. And if you were actually paying attention during the trailer, you would have saw Raiders and Berserkers. You get a little preview of theirs already. They have a Friend or Foe 2v2 tournament that starts September 28th. So if you're interested, sign up for that. So what they're calling this is a Song for Gudmundr. September 12th through October 3rd. And you know, some of y'all might be thinking, what about weapons? What about weapons? Now, remember what they said. They're going to release unique weapons during Title Update 2. So I would expect to see some unique weapons during Title Update 2. Well, I say unique weapons, but you guys know what I'm talking about. The fashion for the weapons. The way the weapons look. But you already have so much to get here. You got a battle pass that's going to have all these weapons, so it's better that they do it this way. And then we have the Year 4 Season 3 Legacy Pass that we're getting with this. And especially if you didn't get it before, now you get a chance to get those same cosmetics. That's what I was trying to say before. Those same cosmetics for Griffin and up, basically. So any heroes that came after Griffin, you'll be able to get those cosmetics for those weapons. And like I said, what you're going to see coming up, you'll be able to see all that information. You'll see the flyover of the new map. You'll see the armor variations for the Knights and the Vikings. You'll see all the Battle Pass weapons for Year 8 Season 3 and Year 4 Season 3. You'll see the unique execution. So you're going to see all that, but I won't be talking over it. You'll just be able to enjoy it as is. But I hope you guys enjoyed this quick recap, less than a reaction. I may post another video just getting into more details and more weeds about things, but we'll see how this goes. Hope you guys have a good one. Thank you for tuning into this video. There are so many videos you guys can tune into, and you took the time to tune into this one today. I hope I condensed this enough and gave you enough information and made it worth your while. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Till next time, peace.